Hello everyone, we're going to do another golden shot tutorial for the White Cliffs Golf Course. This is going to be the hard hole of the new golden shot here. And just going to kind of go over the shot real quick. It's going to use a golden wood, which is about 2 per ring accuracy. You're going to have to play it significantly under that. I've been going a little bit closer to maybe about 3.5 rings on a small wind to as much as maybe 6.5 on a 8 wind. So it's going to be much closer to, because of an overplay, because of the elevation drop off, about a 30% overplay. That's what you're going to be looking at for this hole. It's also going to be very specific that you catch your perfect ball. The gap between the hole is a much tougher one than, on a lot of other holes. So there's really not a lot of margin for error. So you have to be very careful with your perfect ball timing. Overall, this is going to be a pretty difficult, challenging hole to do. I'm going to just try to jump in, see if we can't get a couple different wind directions. And as I mentioned, somewhere around maybe 3.5 rings on a 5 wind to somewhere around 6.5 on a 8 wind. So it's going to be a large range of winds. Also might be dictated by wind direction arrow as well. Straight heads and tail are going to be just a little bit more significant. Here you can see we start off with a small one. So with the small wind, I'm going to go right around that 3.5 spot. So other than that, we're going to try to play maybe just a little bit of ball guide offset. You can see kind of where I'm pointing. As I mentioned, on a 5, pretty much going to just play 3.5 rings here. Perfect ball is going to be very important. So hopefully your guys' timing is on today. If not, you may just want to, maybe not even do this one. It's going to be that tough. You can see there how hard land zone is. Just to get that to stop, it's going to be very dependent upon how you land on the fairway, get the second hop. You can see the very first shot that I start, I am using the outer ring. I'm going to keep trying, do a couple more, but that yellow ring and the hole-in-one here are going to be very challenging to do. But I'm going to see what I can do, see if I can't put together some good shots. In terms of like the top spin, I'm going to always use somewhere around 1.5 to 2, depending on the wind direction. With this, since it's a little bit of a headwind, I am going to go and use that 2. You got to avoid the rough there. Other than that, since we're kind of getting a little bit tight, I'm going to aim over this way and bring it back with some curl. What in the world just happened? Nice. Real nice, Golf Clash. Yeah, I really appreciate that, guys, that it just zooms you to Never Never Land there. So let's keep going. Same exact wind. So just a fraction more than 2 on the ball guide here. We're going to be just a little bit offset just to be a little bit careful. I am going to go right around 4 rings and use some curl because you could see that the ball guide kind of needed to get a little bit more left. So here I am able to get my perfect ball So let's see if I can thread it through, have enough top spin. See, it's heading up towards it and just comes up just a little bit short. So just needed to land maybe just a tiny bit more aggressive. As you can see, as I said on this, it's going to be a very, very challenging shot. You're going to need that perfect ball. And being right on the money here. So with this one, all I'm going to do, I'm going to point it over here. And we're going to take off a little bit of that top spin. I'll use maybe just a little bit more than 4 rings here. So you can see right around 4.5. So I expect this to kind of block out. I'm hoping I can catch that outer ring. Just missed. With perfect ball, you can see it probably would have been relatively good. It's just going to be tough. Got to make sure with these last 3 shots, it would have really been nice not to get that never land shot on. I'm going to try to go 2.5 here. Make sure I get it there. And I really need to try to get at least 2 of these rings with this. You can see with what I'm doing with my alignment. Go close to here. 3.7-ish rings. Of course, a little bit of curl. Oh my goodness. Another great ball. So it's going to clip the rough this time. You've really got to hit that perfect ball for this shot to work. It is such a tough shot. I really got to get these last 2 rings. This is crazy. Just falling apart on this guide. The winds aren't helping much. Getting very tough. Very similar winds. This is the worst direction that you can get. That being said, it's still doable. It's manageable, especially with a small wind. But you got to execute perfect. You got to get these perfect balls. It's a requirement on this shot. So again, same thing. 3.5 rings. A little bit of curl. Got my perfect this time, finally. Hopefully I can sneak in here. And just a little bit too much curl. It's so tough to get that, not only that, northeast component correct, but also that east-west component as well. This isn't one that I highly recommend that you absolutely have to do, because it's just going to be so tough, especially if you're not hitting those perfects. That's going to be the most important aspect of this shot is your perfect ball, but also alignment is going to be very challenging to do as well. So here, we're going to try to do something like this, and we're going to need to curl it as well here. So in terms of my ring adjustment, I'm thinking maybe just a bit 4.5 or so. And then we're going to need a significant curl on this one. Here it's coming up, and just a bit too much on the curl and not enough power. So there you can see it's only able to get the outer 2 rings. It's going to be very, very challenging shot. One of the hardest that we've ever had, especially with the limited ball guide. Again, it's going to be something that you can get. I don't think I got this hole on my rookie tutorial, on my rookie round, but I was able to get very close several times. Once you have a little bit more of that ball guide, that shot becomes much more easy. But hopefully you guys can use that to kind of get you a nice starting point, and you're able to find your way and work through that. So good luck with that hole, guys, and we'll catch you guys on the next time.